communism is a different thing altogether. So the fellow who is making the head of the pin, he has to think. Now he's doing a small job. He has to think that there are people all over this world, they need pins. And I'm making the head of the pin here, and I know somewhere in Argentina, or somewhere in China, or somewhere, it will be of benefit to somebody. And Bhagwan has given me this job to make sure that I make the head of the pin properly, and there will be some trickle-down effect somewhere, and somebody will get the benefit of what I am doing. But the Lord has given me this duty to fulfill this little role here. Let me just complete this for him. That changes the attitude from, oh, I'm going there, let me see how many I can make today. If I can make 500 more, I will get a little bit more money. Or I will outdo those other fellows in the competition and I will get more. And then people do that. He tells the boss, well, no need to hire that fellow. He's making 500, I'm making 500. I will make 1,000. You fire him. He'll make 1,000 and now he gets 2 salaries, isn't it? He'll get salary for that fellow and this fellow also. So he doesn't care if this fellow doesn't live and he doesn't get a salary. Fire him, let me get both the salary. This is how the world works, isn't it? One fellow went to the boss and said, boss, I need a raise. Why? Because I am doing 3 men's work. I'm doing the work of 3 people. Boss said, really? He said, show me those other 2, I'll fire them. But he cares nothing about anybody, he wants that. So, the rishis taught to humanity, just change your attitude. And this is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan took 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or whatever number of hours there in Bhagavad Gita to change Arjuna's attitude. Isn't it? It is said that our attitude determines our altitude. The attitude is what takes us up. So now, whatever is taught in Bhagavad Gita, in words, that thing is acted out in Ramayana as a drama. Gita is like the script, and Ramayana is like the drama on the stage. So whatever principles are given there in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever Bhagavan is teaching, then Bhagavan Ram and the whole cast, here they are acting it out. Some people say, but Gita came after Ramayana, the script came after. People have that objection and all. No, there is no before and after, because remember the whole thing is cycle. When Kali Yuga is over, you start back from Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, like that. So if you are thinking of Satyug, then yes, the script came after. But we don't. This again, that question arises because you started thinking in a linear fashion like Christian people. Christian people think in a linear fashion. Started here, and Hindus never had these questions until the British came to India. Really? You read the same Tulsidas's Ramayana, right? Bhagavan Shiva and Parvati ji are getting married in Balkand. And they do puja to Ganesh. Who is their son? You go and see. So Hindus never thought in a linear fashion, That thinking came after the Westerners came. We thought our thinking was always in a circular fashion. Circular way is beginning and end. There's no beginning, no end. So when I tell no, Gita is the script, Ramayana is the act. People raise this question. The moment you raise that question, I know, oh, you have been Christianized. So anyway, there are many questions, many things like that have to be corrected. You wouldn't believe how Christian we are. I'm not saying anything wrong with Christian. I'm saying if you are Hindu, be Hindu. If you are Christian, be Christian. So, The script is the Gita and the act is the Ramayana. So now we will see this here, that act in very simple form, simple stories of the Ramayana. The same very esoteric and elevated principles of the Upanishads and the Gita, because Gita is Upanishad only. Same principles are captured in those stories. And you don't ever mess with the stories of rishis. They're able to catch the most subtle thing in the simplest of stories. Now we will see this here. This is Jatayu. Sita ji is kidnapped by Ravan. You all know this story, you know. Sita ji is kidnapped by Ravan. And she is being taken away. Now, Jatayu hears. This is if you have to go home and see, it will be after 28. That will be Aranyakand. Aranyakand 28. Let me put on this. What I'll do, I'll sing one line, and that line you can sing Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram after each line, because you don't have a book to follow, so you get opportunity to sing also. Then I'll hear how you are singing. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Sita ke milap suni bhai, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Bhaye charachar jeev dukhari, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Giidhraj suni bharat bani, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Raghukul tilak nari pehchani, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ajamani sachali le jai, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jivi malech bas lagai, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sita putri karasi jani trasa, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Kari bhau jaat dhan karnasa, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Dhava krodhvant khad kaise, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Chutari kavi parvat jaise, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Re re dusht kaad khin hoi, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Nirbhay chale sin jaane hi moi, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sunat ki krodha dhava, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Kah sunu Ravan mor sikha, Shri Ram, Jai जानकी कुशल गृह जाऊं। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। नाहित अस रोई बहु गाऊं। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। राम रोष पावक अति घोरा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। होई सकल तोरा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। जय रघुराम जय रघुराम। जय सीताराम जय सीताराम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सीता के विलाप सुनी भारी. Sita ji was crying out loudly when Ravan took her. Then, Bhaye Charachar Jeeva Dukhari, Tulsidas described that if Jagat Janani, the mother of the universe, is sorrowful, how will the whole creation be? How will this whole universe be? Everybody became sorrowful in the world. He describes. Geeta Raja Suni Arat Bani. And this is very important word. Tulsidas likes this word. It comes from Bhagavad Gita. Arat. Artho Jignasur Arthati. Jnani Chabarsha. Bhagavan describes people as Arat. Yeah. Artha. Artha means people who are suffering, who have some sorrow, who have pain, anguish. Anybody who is suffering in the world is called as Arata. So when Geeta, Jatayu, he heard the cry of Sita ji. His Geeta Raja Arat Suni Arat Bani Raghukula Tilaka Nari Pehchani. He knew it was the wife of Rama. Now see, before this, there is no mention of Geeta anywhere in this Rama. He knew it was good. So there is no mention of a meeting between Rama and Jatayu. It is said that Hanumanji was the greatest sevak of Ram. But you know, Hanumanji did seva for Ram after meeting Ram. When he knew Ram, then he went in search of Sita ji. Geeta, this Jatayu, is going to do seva for Ram here, having not even met Ram. See the extent of his seva. He comes out and he realizes that Ravan is taking Sita ji. Adhama nisachar linhe jai jimi male chabana kapila gai. He take that wicked Ravan was taking away Sita ji like some helpless cow. There are people who steal cows also. Look at this world. Here, steal cows. There are people who steal other human beings. What a world, eh? This humanity has come to a really, really terrible position in its existence. Eh? You know, 250 years of bringing slaves from Africa to the West. Eh? 250 years. You know how many slaves they brought? Maximum 12 million. Between the estimates say between some estimates, most estimates say 10 million. Some people stretch it to 12 million in 250 years. And today, with all modern technology and satellites and everything, and with satellites in space that can see a rat in the desert, you know how many slaves there are on the earth today? More than 45 million. In 2019. In 250 years, they did not bring 45 million slaves. And in existing in today's modern world, we have 45 million slaves. These are people who have been stolen and they are imprisoned and working for other people. Look at the phenomenal number. So where has this species? That started with Ravan. Kidnap. That shows that this type of thing has been going on from time immemorial. See? Jatayu, this Geet he is called, Geet Raj, the king of the vulture king. Site Putri, Karasi Janitrasa, don't be scared, he tells. Don't be scared. Karihau, Jatu Dan Karanasa, I will finish this Ravan. So he's come out now to, because first he mentioned, this is the wife of Ram, isn't it? So he's thinking of Ram. How actually he knew about Ram, other stories in other places tell, he was a great friend of Dasharath Maharaj. This Jatayu was a great friend of Dasharath. But there is no mention of any meeting between two of them, Rama and Jatayu. But he comes out in a hurry there. He rushed forth, like how Tulsidas described, Chotai Pavi Parabata, like a thunderbolt hurled towards a mountain. Ravan being now this mountain, and this Geet, Jatayu, like a thunderbolt. And a very wonderful thing is Tulsidas' description. He comes out like a thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is known, that is like a nuke among weapons. Thunderbolt. He comes out like that. But the Rishi and the Rishi's presentation is so nice, you know. The Rishis always teach we should not be rash in our actions. We should not act in haste. So even though he comes out like that, he holds himself back. Geet holds himself back and he tells, Taji Janiki hi Kusala Griha Jahu or Ravan, you release this Janaki and go home. Means he gives him a chance. It means he did not come out like a thunderbolt and attack him. Basically, acting, rashly. He tells, you leave her and go home. Nahita asa hoihi bahubahu Rama rosha pavak ati khora, means you will face the wrath of Bhagwan Ram. In other words, it gives Ravan a chance to think. And then, therefore, the Rishis tell, when we, in order to get somebody to do something, you always have to follow the things laid down by the Shastras. First you use Sama, then you use Dana, then you use Bheda, and last only you use Dandamesa, say like that. Suppose I want you to move this thing from there, right? And then I tell you nicely. Sama means, you please move that from me. Sama. So suppose it doesn't work. You don't move it. Then I use Dana. Hey, if you move that, I will give you a laddu. Called Dana. Suppose Dana doesn't work. Hey, if you don't move that thing, I will tell you are the one who ate out all the whole bowl of laddu. Me, now I blackmail you or something. I deceive you, blackmail you, scare you, threaten you, anything. And that's all called Bheda. Divide and rule. That's what the British used to use everywhere. Divide and rule. What are they called? Bheda. And last, A. All these three did not work. Then I gave one whack on the head. Taram, move it. But that is used left for last. The world follows that even today. Even today they follow. That Bheda they call diplomacy. They're going to try to follow that. We're going to try to solve that diplomatically. Have you heard that thing? They're going to try to solve that diplomatically. So they use all of this. And then when that doesn't work, then... So Jatayu is giving a chance to Rama. He's following this Rishi tradition, not acting rashly and all that kind of thing, and in haste. Then Ravan, of course, is Ravan. Ravan is Ravan. What do you do? Dhari kachat birataki mahi kirai, held Ravan by his hair and slammed him on the ground. Then he took Sitaji and placed her in a very safe place. And he came back and attacked Ravan. Tulsidaji describes Chochan Hamari Vidari Siddhi Danda Ekabai Muruchatehi. Means he came back and attacked him with his beak, and he had Ravan unconscious for half an hour also. The only thing which is not explained here in this little story is why in that half an hour he didn't take Sitaji and go. You see? But he had Ravan unconscious for about half an hour. Ravan came to. The story wraps up very fast. Ravan came to and took out his sword and he chopped off the wings of. Now, Tulsidaji leaves out many things like that. Why in that half an hour Marish did not, Jatayu did not take her and go out. Why he leaves it out? I mean, now you have something to think about. Tulsidaji will do all the thinking for you or what? You think also. You could come up with so many reasons why. Yeah. See, I could tell you on the surface of it, one reason will be, he's called as Gidraj. He's king of the volunteers. Gidraj word is given there. Kings don't run away from battles. You do or die like that. They don't run away like that. So now here, he comes to and then he cuts off his wings. That all story you know. Giri parvaithe kapina nihari kahi harinam kina pata hari. And now Ravan took Sitaji and he was going again. And Sitaji saw on some mountain, some monkeys were there. That was Sugriva and Hanuman and Jamavant and all that group was there on the Rishyamukh Parvat. So she threw down a cloth with some of her jewels and all that in that cloth. That's part of his story. Ehi biti Sitai so lay gayau bana asoka maha rakhata bhayau. Like this, he took her to the Ashok Vatika and he placed her there. Now, Bhagwan Ram at that time, he saw Lakshmana coming. Because some other story had happened there. He saw Lakshmana coming. And the moment Rama saw Lakshmana, you left Sitaji. Oh. The moment that happened, Rama knew something bad is going to. When they go back to that ashram, and there's a very sad chaupai there when Bhagwan Ram came back and saw that ashram bereft of Sita, how he wept. And now two of them, they started walking here and there, looking for Sitaji. It is in that exchange now, he comes and he sees now let us see. आगे परा is now Bhagwan Ram searching. Geed dekha Sumirata Ram Charana Jinha Rekha. When he came there, he saw this very pitiable sight of Jatayu lying on the ground, bleeding, wings cut off, and a bird is really its wings. No wings, that is not a bird anymore. And what Jatayu was doing? Sumirata Ram Charana Jinha Rekha. He was remembering the feet of Rama, and on the feet of the Lord there was lines, and all the different things are imprinted on his feet. He was remembering that. When Rama came there, he saw him in that state. Then Tulsidaji describes further. कर सरोज सिर पर सेवो कृपा सिंधु रघुबीर राम कृपा सिंधु रघुबीर निरख निरखी राम छवि धाम मुख विगत भई सब पीर सिया पर रामचंद्र की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय शरणम. And the graceful Ram as he is, he passes his hands on the head of Jatayu. Karasaro is his lotus hands. Karasaro jasira parasevu kripa sindhu raghuveer nirakhi Ram chavitha mukha bigata vai savapi. And Jatayu looking at the most wondrous face of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Rama passing his hands on his head and he looking at Rama's face. All his sorrows and pains went away. And now the part where Rama talks about Sewa. Rama talks about a person who does Sewa. But you will have to see that there Jatayu does not think to do Sewa of Ram. It is as though he just naturally goes to do Sewa of Ram. He is not thinking, I wonder if I should go. You know, if just you go down. I should mention here already. Sitaji is going. This Sugriv, Jamwant, Hanumanji, everybody, they are seeing. And later they tell Ram also, yes, we saw. And all of them stopped and they looked with their mouths open and did nothing. Nobody did anything. And here is this retired bird. And he rushes forward without even thinking to do Sewa for Ram. It means really a true Sevak in the world. Who is a true Sevak? He doesn't think also. His nature is just to do Sewa like that. Right? To think about the welfare of others. See the others? Hanumanji, of course, we can't blame him for anything. Because Hanumanji had a sharp. They are on that mountain. And they did not do anything. But Hanumanji doesn't do anything because he had a sharp. Until somebody reminds Hanumanji, he doesn't do anything also. Even when they are deciding, who will go to Lanka? Everybody thinks, I can jump halfway. Others say, I can jump all the way, but I don't know if I can come back. But like that they were discussing. Hanumanji is sitting quietly there. Jamat have to tell him, hey, you are the one. Otherwise he doesn't also, he cannot know also, right? He has this great power and all that. So same thing, they are sitting at this mountain, right? So Hanumanji you can't blame because he has a sharp already. But the others, with a natural say, only when they meet Bhagwan Ram. When they meet Bhagwan Ram, that satsang, that interchange now, that seva bhav, see Jatayu, no meeting. Immediately he gets up and he springs into action. That person is really a true Sevak. I tell you, Sevak, a person who has bhakti doesn't necessarily become a Sevak. A person who has devotion doesn't necessarily become a Sevak. Devotion gets transformed into Sewa by Satsang. Devotion metamorphosizes into Sewa by Satsang. Sitaji kidnapped and brought into Lanka. And in Lanka there is no greater devotee of Ram than Vibhishan. And Vibhishan sits there and does nothing. What to do? He is my elder brother. He brought what I do. And he has such, on his door he has Rama